Hello guys, what's up? How are you doing? We have started SailPoint IdentityNow live training for the first time. It's been a couple of years since I have given any live training. So this is the first one in SailPoint Identity Now. We used to do e-learnings only, I mean the pre-recorded sessions. We have got an amazing response, even I didn't expect. So I expected maybe 100 registrations, but we have received 500 registrations so far from all over the world. There are from some countries which I have not heard that country names even. So thank you so much. Thanks for believing me. It's really overwhelming response, and it's not easy for me and for my friends to manage this and organize and respond to all the registrants all over the world. So thank you so much. Next, who am I? Uh, yeah, I'm not that famous yet, so you might not know me. If you are thinking to take the training, maybe you think that who is this guy? What this guy is? What this guy knows? What this guy's experience is? Yeah, some guys question like that. So who am I? So I have myself, Krishna. I have 11 years of experience in identity and access management. Last 7 years, I'm working in SailPoint products and identity now. It's been 3+ years since I started working in it. But I've been testing SailPoint, I don't know, from last 2016 onwards. I've been, touching the SailPoint, I don't know, then there and after uh, from single sign-on. That's where it started, right? Not an IZA tool. So, but from last 3 years, I'm fully focused into SailPoint Identity now. I've almost left Identity IQ because SailPoint Identity now is the future. And I am so there is a portal called SailPoint Ambassador Forum. It's like a DevRel program. If you are not sure, it's like a Stack Overflow where anyone can answer a question, ask a question, and anyone can answer a question. For every activity you do, you get the points. So I have given 160 plus solutions to the world so far without looking at their screen, without connecting to them, without looking at their implementation or configuration, just with minimal details. You need a lot of expertise to do that. So I have given 160 plus solutions in last 1 year, and don't think that I'm working for that or I'm available full time for that. No, I have my job, but whenever I get some free time, I used to help the people all over the world. So because of that, I've been recognized as world's #1 SailPoint expert ambassador. Now I'm currently #2 position because I've been not that active from last 6+ months because I'm busy in other areas of work. Okay, and I have my YouTube channel, ABCD Academy by Connecting Dots, and my YouTube channel has views from 36 countries. And recently, uh, I've been a speaker in SailPoint Navigate event for entire Europe. If you ask me, there are a lot of things to talk about. You can find me in LinkedIn. So, yep. And I would say that I'm one of the best SailPoint experts in the world. I think that is enough to know who am I. I don't think I know everything in SailPoint products, but there is nothing I will not be able to do in SailPoint. I worked for a lot of clients all over the world, and plenty of things I have done. Amazing work. But I get it's funny when someone asks me, "What's your experience in SailPoint?" Really, that's what my situation is because I've been recognized by SailPoint. I do speak with SailPoint top level uh, employees because of the work I have done, because of the things I have done for SailPoint. I do have good recognition from SailPoint itself. So why I'm doing this live training? A couple of reasons. I don't want to do live training because it's not easy to accommodate a lot of people, time zone issues, because I'm not just limited to one country. As you know, I'm known to 36 countries in the world, almost every continent, every part of the world. But this year goal is to reach every country in the world, literally every country. We are working on it. It's not about about reaching. It's about sharing the knowledge to everyone in the world, right? That's what our goal is. So it's not easy to accommodate everyone from different time zones and different countries. Second, all of us are working professionals. We might not get time, and how much time you can get focused, continuously, 1 hour, 2 hours, not more than that. That's why I always go for e-learning sessions, which is good. If you take live trainings, I have time bound restrictions. I have to complete someday, right? Sometime I have to complete it. Whereas e-learnings, I don't have any limit. I can do how much I want to. Like a web series, I do freely. So for example, how much time you talk about application onboarding? 1 hour, 2 hours, but I have spoke about 20 hours for that. Not specific to any connector. From zero to everything. What is the process of application onboarding? Not just in SailPoint. If you learn that, it can go to, you can work in any IZA tool. Of course, it is applicable for access management tools as well. Not 100%, but 60-70% will be applicable there as well. And if you go through that course, you can work as IAM business analyst or IZA business analyst in specific anywhere in the world. That much I have done in creating the content because I have freedom. There is no pressure, you know. That's why. So, but a lot of people were asking, like, can you give once live training? Said, okay, fine, I'll consider that. And this is the time came. Second reason, of course, this is not a free training, guys. Some people said it seems that is it free? Come on, who do you think we will spend 100 hours or 50, 60 hours for free of cost? Everyone is busy. Everyone has their life to lead, right? I don't know. Maybe they are. Innocence, that's why they asked question like, is it free training? So funny. So it's not free, it's paid training. Of course I need money, not for me, I'm not that greedy yet. Fortunately, I'm not greedy yet. But couple of my friends need help, my help in financially. I've done what I can, but still it's, I'm not able to fulfill completely. That's why I felt like, okay, let me raise the funds in this way. And other reason, I've spoke to a lot of big company heads. So everywhere the complaint is, there are very few SailPoint IdentityNow experts in the world. In the world, no offense, but it is true. Identity IQ, we have good amount of resources because it's been couple of years. Whereas identity now, we don't have much good resources in the world. Very few. I can say that. Not just because the heads of all these big companies mention that, but it is true because of the questions I'm getting from different parts of the world. People are struggling. So a lot of companies were asking like, you need to keep doing this, creating content and sharing the content, so people will build the expertise, and it is good for the security industry or IAM industry. That's another reason why I'm doing this. Okay, and I would like to create good skilled resources so that the world will be so good. See, what if in your team, what if you are the only one who knows how to do? What if others doesn't know? You will be, bombarded with all the work. What if your team members also know the work? Everyone contributes and you can go home happily, right? That's why I'm doing this. What will I cover? There are questions like what are the concepts you cover? In case if you know already SailPoint, I didn't know, maybe then that's a good question to ask. If you don't know, maybe you don't need to ask. There are a lot of people said, Krishna, you don't need to say anything. I believe you. I've been following you everywhere in your LinkedIn, in your YouTube and a master portal. I did ask a lot of times, a lot of questions, and you did answer all of them. So thank you so much. I blindly believe you, and I'm joining the training. I'm not having any plans of training, but since it's you, I'm going to join definitely. Thank you so much for that. It's really happy to hear that, but it adds more responsibility. Okay, and a couple of years back I was not this famous, so even if I don't deliver good training, no problem. But today I am famous to some extent. If you go outside and say that, hey Krishna, sorry, if you go outside and say that, I know SailPoint, I didn't know, I learned it, Then they'll ask question, okay, how did you learn? They say Krishna trained. Now, if you don't do well, or if you say that this only this much Krishna covered, that's going to ruin my reputation. I worked really harder to get the status where I am currently, and it is just the beginning. And whatever the activity I'm going to do, it going to increase my popularity, increase my brand value, but definitely not going to reduce. So I am not going to put my brand, in a risk state. Personally, if I do some work, it will be the top notch and perfect. Otherwise, I don't do at all. There is no in the middle. There is no better, nothing. If I deliver, it will be the best. That's it. Period. No compromise. Okay. So generally, if you take the training, traditional training will be like 40 hours wherever you go. I don't talk about other technologies, but IAM 40 hours they'll cover. But I feel that 40 hours you learn nothing. It's not enough. You are not learning. If to learn anything, what is there in it? You can go to the website and read the documentation as well. I'm not here to give you the knowledge. Of course, I'm here to give you the knowledge, but that is not enough. I'm here to build you the expertise, capability to do anything, any work on your own, mostly without any help. That's what my target is. Okay, so I'm going to cover everything, every concept. If you want to look at it, see these many concepts I have gathered already, and there are some new features released. I will add them, and these many concepts it won't take. I mean, it's not possible to complete in 40 hours. Even if I try to complete, doesn't make any sense, right? So i- we have to give the time. Learning is always like a slow poison. I say like this, if you take an example of constructing a building, the foundation itself takes more time, right? So what you are aiming to build, just one or two floors, it won't take much time. If you are building like 40, 50, 100 floors, the foundation takes a lot of time. Exactly like that, where you would like to go in your career, then you have to build the foundation so that your career will be rock solid. And there are new features, I will be adding them. So 40 hours is not enough. That's why I went with 60 hours. Felt like maybe I will not be able to, because I'm not just covering the concepts, right? I will be giving you real-time use cases. I'll be talking about different kind of issues we have seen, the experiences I'm going to share. By the end of the training, you will be like me. You will be an expert. Okay. So sometimes I say like when if I go to an interview, I won't give a choice rather than selecting me to that interviewers. If you go to the interview, it's not you going to the interview. It's me going to the interview in your body. Aura is mine. So if you committed to that training and if you follow my instructions, I will make you that expertise to gain, right? So there are new features, I will be adding them. That's why I felt like, okay, let's add 20 more hours as a buffer. So I'm taking it to 80 hours. And now I'm thinking to go for okay in case if it requires, if it demands, I'll add 20 more hours as well. So I'm targeting for 100 hours. As I mentioned already, if I do, it would be the best. And I'm working harder. I'm doing a lot of homework. See, to deliver 100 hours of content, don't think that it is just 100 hours. I have to do a lot of homework, not to learn or not to have the knowledge about it, to find the ways to teach you in a better way so that everyone will understand. It's not easy. Okay, you need to have lot of expertise so that you can convey the technology in a simple way so that everyone can understand. It's going to take cost me a lot of time. Still, I'm okay because it's worth. Because I'm not going to do this again and again. I'm going to do this only once. And I want to deliver, or I want to create as many as SailPoint, I don't know, experts into the market. And if you do that, you will get a lot of opportunities and you will be rock solid. You'll have a great career for sure. Now, if you come and say, Krishna, this feature is not added or this concept is not added, inform me. I'll definitely add. I'm not here to escape from anything. You ask me anything, I will cover for sure, but only one thing you need to understand. We don't have real-time environment here. What you work with the client, that's a real-time environment. You have a lot of applications, network connections, and licenses, everything will be there. But we don't have that. We cannot get licenses. There will be some trial versions are possible. We will get them. So whatever you ask, be reasonable in a professional way. Definitely that can be delivered. And we will help you in all the way for sure. Okay, so again, it's not a good idea to stick to one concept for 20-30 hours, right? What about other concepts? So we cannot offer to focus on only one concept even. So we have to go through every concept in a good amount of content. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to skip something. No, I'll cover everything. Example, if you take connectors, don't ask me to cover hundreds of connectors or tens of connectors. Not possible. I'll definitely cover delimited file connector, which you need to know. Then direct connector like Active Directory. Active Directory you should know because everywhere it is used. And I'll cover some more direct connectors like ServiceNow, Atlassian Suite, because I know how to do that. I mean, it's not about from SailPoint how to get the licenses. I'm doing research. I will get them and I can show you. Then I will show you generic connectors like JDBC database, how to work for any database. Then web services for connecting to any REST API applications. So five, these are enough for you to work on any connector. And if possible, if time permits, I will try to get some other connectors as well. And we will learn this ticketing as well, SDIM, Service Desk Integration Management. Okay, so we cannot go beyond this. If you go beyond this, it's going to consume a lot of time. And I'm going to cover coding as well, programming. So we have there are two type of programming here, JSON based and core Java based. Of course, PowerShell based also there. I'll cover them. You do not need to learn anything outside. No prerequisites, as I mentioned already. It starts from what is IAM to everything, zero to hero. SailPoint didn't know the objects are represented in JSON. You don't need to learn JSON outside. I will teach you. You don't need to know everything in JSON. You will learn how much you need to. You need to know what are the REST APIs. I will teach you. You need to know how to use Postman. I'll teach you. You need to know how to use a VS Code, Visual Studio Code, IDE. I will teach you. You need to know core Java. Then you can write the development. I mean, you can do the development. I will teach you. Do not need to learn everything in core Java. No. Some concepts. I will teach you them as well. Right? And in order to build the development expertise, you need to write small pieces of code and test them, see the results, execute them. Then only you will understand that. Hands-on is important, right? So we have to touch base SailPoint Identity IQ. Why? SailPoint, I don't know, you can write the code, you can deploy them, but you cannot execute them. So we will rely on SailPoint Identity IQ. So there you will see the deployment. And whenever I'm talking about any concepts, I'll correlate with SailPoint Identity IQ also. You gain the knowledge of SailPoint Identity IQ. If you are already if you're an expert of SailPoint Identity IQ, then it's easy for you to understand SailPoint Identity because I'm going to compare both the products. If you don't know SailPoint Identity IQ, consider that it is a bonus. You are going to learn SailPoint Identity IQ as well, because we already have a lot of migration projects. You will come to know that as well. Okay, so everything I will cover. No prerequisites. I ask this with sarcasm. You need to speak in English so that you get the job. English communication skills. Plus, you should know how to use a computer. That's it. I won't ask you anything else. I will teach you everything from zero. You just attend the session just like watching a movie, and you do not need to take any notes, even notepad notes, nothing. Because while taking the notes, you don't hear what I am saying, you will be get deviated. I don't want that even. Okay, and whatever the concepts we are going to cover, I have recorded lot of sessions already, and lot of sessions are in progress. You get them. We won't record the live trainings because there will be a lot of disturbance. right? So you will get access to the recorded sessions already. You can go through them. In case if you miss a session, that will be there to help you. Even if you don't miss a session, still you need to go through them again and again. So you have them, which will be helpful to you. So again, I'm not escaping from any concept. We will cover as much as possible. That's why I said, right, this training is going to be one of the best of all times if you support. Without your support, I will not be able to. So in future, I wanted to establish this, my brand into the world. If Krishna trains, they will be experts, amazing experts. They will become. So how the training will be? Is it theoretical or practical or real-time project? That's the question I get. So I always irritated with this question because maybe outside it is like that. I really don't know the theory part of SailPoint, or I never learned theory of any technology. Always I go for practicals. So SailPoint trainings, whatever I have given, the recordings or whatever, or even whatever I do or I speak, it's everything is real time. What I do in day-to-day activities in real-time projects. So there is no theory. Directly I will jump into the product and I'll show you the projects, real-time use cases, examples from my experience, what I have seen, all that stuff. Okay, there won't be any theory part at all. Completely real-time, practical, project oriented, right? So again, if you ask the same question, how the training will be, it will be in three aspects. The training is going to cover in three aspects. First, yes, I'm considering theoretical as well for now because uh, I don't like to go through the theory, but it is required for SailPoint certifications, professional certifications. So that's why I'm taking each and every point in SailPoint documentation. I'm taking it, and it's not easy to understand that documentation from SailPoint website. I don't know why. So I translate it in a simple way. You need to have a lot of expertise to translate the statements into a simple way so that even a beginner can understand. I do that. It takes a lot of time. Second, if it is a lengthy statement or sentence, I don't like to read. Don't know, it's my mentality. Even if you take competitive exams, if it is more than 1.5 line, I'll just leave that question. That's how my mentality is. So I use simple words and better words, the vocabulary, to make the sentence in a very, uh, less words and a shorter statement, so that it's easy for you to learn and read as well. Okay, so this theory and this documentation is going to helpful for your SailPoint professional certification, because the certifications doesn't cover real-time project use cases. So you need to understand that not every concept and not every point in that concept is going to be useful or used in the real-time project. No. So, but you need to know that for certification purpose. There are bunch of concepts in SailPoint products. Not every concept is used in real-time projects. It depends upon the country, geography, the domain like healthcare or banking or financial, you know. So it depends on the organization requirements, the concepts will be used, right? But for your certification, you need to go through all the concepts covered or included in that certification. So I'll cover them. So I'll take all the documentation, all the pointers from SailPoint, and I read it out loud. I explain you. I will show you the use cases and examples. I will mention whether it is used in real time or not. If not, at least for certification, you should know. But to justify every point, I will be showing you in real time in the SailPoint product, the behavior, the hands on everything. Okay, so the theory will be covered so that you can be ready for SailPoint professional certifications, and the certifications, it will be covered like how to register, how to prepare, what are the concepts, everything in and out of certification. In fact, there are no dumps for SailPoint certification. SailPoint certification is a different process. Generally, you would see SailPoint in the questions in certification exam is multiple choice questions, but SailPoint follows discrete multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions, you see all the questions, or maybe sometimes you see one question. It will show you all the options, and then you choose the right answer. Then go to next question. Or most of the exams, you see all the questions in single shot. You can come back to previous question, you can flag it, and you can mark it for review, and you can change the answers you can do. But SailPoint certification, which uses discrete multiple choice questions, it's not like that. First, a question is displayed, then first option is displayed. You need to say that option is correct or not, yes or no. After that, it will go to next option. After that, next option. In case if you say incorrectly in the first option itself, the question is gone. The remaining options are even not going to be displayed to you. The question is done. It will go to next question. So everything will be covered, and there are no dumps. Generally in the SailPoint or any professional certification, the mostly asked question is, the dumps are available? Actually, no. The dumps are not available for any SailPoint professional certifications, but we are creating sample questions. Not just sample questions, you know what I mean. So you will get all of them. So we will make you prepare for certifications. Okay, so that is theoretical, nothing but certification preparation. Second, before going to the second part, though not every concept is used, if you know that, it will be helpful for you, so that it's easy for you to work in future works or future assignments. Second, real-time project guide oriented. Everything whatever I'm going to speak is real-time project. Don't ask me a question, can you teach me a real-time project? What I'm doing is real-time project. Everything I speak, everything I do is what I'm doing every day. Okay. Then third, consulting approach. So in India, I don't know other parts of the world, but definitely in India, most of the professionals are engineers, not consultants. So you get the requirement from your team lead or your management that, hey, you got an application onboarding. These are the configuration details. Yeah, you need to onboard a web service application. That's it. But who gathered all these details? Who decided that it's a web service application? What is the process? You don't know that, you know. And next thing is, you will be asked, if you are a consultant outside India or sometimes in India, I don't know how many consultants are there in India or consulting work is going on. I really don't know. I've been an engineer when I was in India, working in India. So, but as a consultant in foreign countries, I used to get, or whenever you engage with the clients, the work you will get as, so this is our requirement, a vague requirement they will give you, not much details even. So you need to understand that you need to find the approaches, you need to suggest the best approach, you need to give the estimations, how many hours it will take, and what are the each and every action item you are going to take to complete this work, how many action items, what is the complexity of each action item, like simple, easy, medium, complex use cases. Then each action item, how many hours it will take, what are the risks, what are the assumptions, what are the blockers, what are the prerequisites, what are the dependencies, everything. This is what a consultant does. Engineer doesn't do this. So I'm going to teach you the work with a consulting approach. So these are the three ways I'm going to teach you, the or I'm going to cover in the training: the certification based approach, real time project based approach, finally third one is consulting based approach. So finally, timings. See, I cannot go with weekdays batch. Why? Because we all are working professionals and we might not get time on everyday working day, right? And even if you get the time, let's say 2 hours, I can cover a day, right? And then out of 8 or 9 hours, you lost 2 hours. You have to focus on working all your deliverables in remaining time, right? And it's not easy to deliver 9 hours work in 7 hours, right? Or minus 2 hours. You will be completely occupied there. Then when will you practice what I have covered? You will say like tomorrow. Procrastination will come. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. That tomorrow will never come. What is the point of me teaching if you don't practice hands on? As I said, I'm not giving you knowledge, just knowledge. I'm making you an expert. So you need to build the expertise, you need to practice, lots of hands on you need to do. That's why I went with weekend batch. So I'll cover, see, even if you take weekdays, Monday to Friday, 5 into 2, 10 hours I can cover. So if you take weekend, 4 plus 4, 8 hours I can cover. If it is feasible, If you can cooperate, I can go to 5 plus 5 even 10 hours. It's not like we will be having the sessions forever, right? Maximum 10 weeks. We are going to close 2.5 months. Yeah, we need to sacrifice for a great career. I always say, like, do you want to sacrifice couple of months your comfort, build a great career and live happily for rest of the life, or don't want to hard work, don't want to sacrifice and struggle for entire life? I chose the first one. Now currently I don't work full day. I don't need to be, because that much expertise I built, I'll do the work quickly and I focus on other things. Okay, so you should be like that as well. That's why I went with weekend batch. So we will cover that sessions for, Saturday and Sunday. You have ample amount of time from Monday to Friday to practice whatever we have covered. Okay, we will start initially with 2 hours a day for 2 weeks, and then we will move to 4 hours a day. So first week 2 plus 2 4 hours, second week 2 plus 2 4 hours, then third week onwards 4 plus 4 8 hours. And as I said, it starts from zero. There won't be rushing up. Everything will be covered. I have got amazing comments that I don't need to take any notes, Krishna, because you are not leaving anything. That's how I teach. If you want to know how I teach, you can go through my YouTube channel. There are bunch of full length sessions, not demos, full length sessions you can find. Go through them and you will understand the way I teach. Couple of times hardly I get negative things, like once in 100 or 200. Yeah, that's okay, right? I cannot satisfy everyone. Everyone may not be happy with what I'm doing, because a lot of things I'm doing, right, that might not be uh, digestible to others. So I get sometimes negative comments, but I take it in a positive way. I'll review myself. If it is a legitimate thing, I definitely I'll improve myself. I'll fix that as well. But I've spoke with a lot of my subscribers, my trainees. They said you don't need to worry about this, Krishna. This comment doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, no, this is not a valid comment. They are intentionally they are targeting you. You are doing amazing, and I can understand very easily. There is no problem. But there will be gaps for sure. I'm trying to fix, and every day is a new day. Every day you should become better version of yourself. So I always find ways to make it better. Okay, the same way I'm going to teach you. Everyone will be able to understand. You won't be struggling at all to understand. I will make sure that. So that is about the training, how it is going to become. I would ask you to not to have any worries in your mind. Come with free mindset, just like how you go to theater to watch a movie, right? Just like that, come to the training session. I will definitely feed you with the great amount of knowledge and expertise. So thank you. Looking forward to learn together.